There we go. No, it's happening now. But I can't go over there. You'll have to deal with that over there. It should be coming up. Yes. All right. So, hello and welcome to another blunder through where I try to run with the ball and show you the slow and excruciating process of creating an illustrated video for our climate mitigation adaptation course. I'm just presenting today as a football in keeping with the Super Bowl this past weekend, since we are in Tampa, University of South Florida, Tampa, and so that's something to celebrate since we have the technology. So let me begin, and the section that I'm taking right now is we're going to the Climate Change Intrigos and Lectures script, and I'm going to go to Module 3, and I'm going to be illustrating the first 3 minutes of the video. So this section in green is what I've claimed as my section, and then others of you will claim other sections that you're going to do, but I'm doing about the first 3 minutes to the end of the word. This isn't rocket science. And then someone else will carry over. In the previous videos, you can see, for example, Sheila grabbed minutes 1550 to 1951 and up to there. It still needs to be done. She ended her illustration there. And so somebody's got to jump in and get that ending part of it. But in this color here, we have Luz Ramirez, who grabbed that part. And we also have me. I illustrated this part here in green. That's sort of my signature. So every one of us can jump into the lectures and pick sections and start downloading imagery for those sections. Okay? Before I go any further, I want to see if I can share this live stream in the Facebook group. And how would I do that? I guess there must be a way to share it. There it is. There's a share button. And so I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to go into our Facebook group, and I'm going to share that in here. Doing live streaming of the process of illustrating the first 3 minutes of Climate Lecture Module 3 for anybody interested. Oops. And following the whole excruciating process in detail. Join me if you so desire. Okay, we'll send that out there. Okay. I should actually say on YouTube. Okay. So there's that. Right. So with that said, let's go back to here and move down to the section of the script that I'm going to be doing, Module 3, Relational Summary. And you've all got access to this doc. Just be careful not to erase anything. Okay? And let's then go in here. And it isn't that there weren't powerful political players in the South who didn't see a tantalizing path toward a solar future. Let's look up in here then. Let's look up Israel goes solar. See. History of Israel. Solar movement. That's it. All right, so we'll go with this from greenbiz.com, and we'll grab this image. I think you can see that in there. And save that to all right, so that's what we're going to work with. We're going to work with that image there. And having that image, now I'm going to transition over and find it. But the first thing I have to do is I've got to go and grab the actual lecture. So Global South Political Lecture number 1 is this one here, and you can download it from this here. Let that come into the downloads folder. You'll see that the lectures have that download button, so you can download an MP4. And it's going to take a few minutes to do that, so while it's downloading, I'm going to continue working with the script and finding my pictures. So we'll start with this picture here. You can get credit, by the way, for both illustrating the script and for illustrating the video, so you can make a lot of points that way. So upload from the computer, and here, there's the picture, and boom, that's what's going to start it. Alright, so our first sentence is, it isn't as though there weren't powerful locals in the South that didn't see a tentative path to a solar future. Israel made aggressive strides to solar from the 70s on, such that today over 80% have solar hot water, and even massive buildings in Tel Aviv. So there's going to be another picture that we want to put in there, which is the massive buildings in Tel Aviv with solar on them. So let's go to solar buildings in Tel Aviv. Let's see if we can get some images there. Or let's say solar roof in Tel Aviv. See if that comes through. Obviously, we have all the solar hot water things, but we want to find the photovoltaic building that's in Tel Aviv. See if we can find that. Maybe it's so. I'm going to take this image anyway because I like it. Save image as solar Tel Aviv. Oops, I put it in the wrong folder. Okay, how about solar office building? Because that's what I've seen. Part of this whole process is taking the deep dive and looking for the right images that are in here. There's a whole history of solar power. And let's see what else there is in here. That's it. That's the one. So you have to look sometimes to find this stuff. I wish there was a better version of this. I'm going to grab this. Oh, and it says you need to attribute the author. Show me how. So let's grab that. Make sure that we attribute the author. Download the original file. Or save it there. And copy that. And you should keep open a notepad for attributions. Call that file attributions. Climate picture 3 attributions, so that you can give credit when they ask you to give credit for things like that. All right, so let's go back to this and grab that image and put it in here. There we go. That's the one about sloped south-facing roofs to accommodate PV panels. Until rebuilt decades ago, slopes. While desert regions of the Red Sea were covered with solar panels from Arava Light and Power. So that's going to be the next one that we're going to put in. Arava Light and Power. So you learn as you do this. That's a pretty one there, actually, with the mountains in the background. Yep. But now we have to once again grab the credit and throw that to our document. So there's that. Put those credits at the end of your piece. Probably nice to have a couple of these images. And let's see what we can do. Actually, there's my old friend, Tariq Abu Hamid. So might as well put him in because he's a friend. Okay. Go back to here and throw those images in. And this one here actually is supposed to go up here. Right. And then we have, they moved that way early on because of a need for security in the face of disruptions, but the rest of the region was never given such permission, as George Clooney's character observes in the political thriller Syriana. So let's find Syriana here. Syriana. And we can save this image for that. And which one? Which one?
From Saudi Arabia or something. Exaggeration, of course. This one?
Oh, that's not him, though. That's not George Clooney.
Yeah, I know.
No, that's the best one, is that movie poster.
What? Who's this? Up?
That's George Clooney.
Yeah, I know.
That's Matt Damon. No, that's the prince who gets killed. But I want to show the scene when he gets bombed.
Did you watch that?
Yeah,
Syriana.
it's a good movie. They may not have that exact scene in here. But the fire sort of suggests what's happening, although it happens in the desert. Ah, there it is. That's the scene right there. Oh, that's Jack Ryan. That's not Syriana. That's Jack Ryan. So that's not the scene. But we can use it. Try to go back and put in those. This, and we have this. And where's my other scene? Oh, it's a weird thing. They may not let me have this image. That happens sometimes. When that happens, sometimes just go and do a screen grab. Oh, numbers in the way.